Alright, getting started, you're going to want to grab yourself a hat. And we're going to be utilizing some of the pieces off of this actual face mask. Grab yourself some super glue. And then spray paint of your choosing to spray over those vents. So what we're going to do now is disassemble the hat, and we're going to start by taking off the brim, and it's pretty easy. Just get a stitch started and you can pretty much rip apart the entire sweatband, and then the brim will come off, and then you can start working on the back closure. And you should just end up with a crown, a brim, a closure, and a sweatband. So what you want to do now is kind of align it to your face. Make sure that it doesn't go too far up into your eyes, and then pin it into position once you kind of found that sweet spot. Also make sure you're far enough above that button so that way you don't cut into it. And as you can see, it's not totally formed yet, but that's going to come in the next step. After we cut this off, then we're going to shape it from there. So go ahead, take your scissors and just cut along that fold. And the biggest tip at this point is to make sure that both sides are symmetrical. So what you're going to want to do now is grab a Sharpie or some chalk and make a dip down from the nose just below your cheekbones. This is going to give it more of a dramatic look rather than just going straight across your face. And you can totally fold that over and pin it and kind of see how it looks, but once you're satisfied, go ahead and cut it out. And again, just make sure it looks the same on both sides. So we're going to be using a double fold bias tape binder to clean up those edges, and you can definitely get these for domestic sewing machines too. We're going to have links in the description. So go ahead and cut out long pieces of bias tape that are the right measurements to the width of your binder. And you're going to want to feed that bias tape into your binder and get it started, and this is what it kind of looks like, and that's going to go around the entire edge. And these attachments are so nice to have. You can use them for so many different applications. A clean up edge is really nice, and it's just going to make it look really clean and professional, and it's super easy to use. All you have to do is feed it in there, and I recommend doing the top and the bottom or vice versa. So next we're going to go ahead and disassemble these face masks, take the vents off and take the straps off. And to be honest, I was really looking for some circle vents to put on there, but this is all I could find, and it's going to have to do. And the straps look kind of cool. They kind of look like off-white straps, so it's going to add a little bit of touch to it. And essentially what we're going to do is go ahead and paint these and then put them onto the mask. And you can totally position them wherever you want. Put one on, put two on. Do whatever, get creative with it. You don't even have to put these on if you don't want to. I personally like them without it, but then we also found this little metal piece, and we're gonna go ahead and paint that and put that on as well. And once you have all those pieces cleaned up and the adhesive out the back, go ahead and paint over them whatever color you want. So go ahead and take those elastic straps. You can use one or two. We're just gonna use one because we tried it on and it fits pretty good. So try it on and see how it works. And what you're gonna do is just sew it on with a regular sewing machine, and it's super simple. Just make sure you go back and forth a few times to really get it on there. And this is what we're kind of working with without any of the added flair onto it. I personally like it this way, but it's totally up to you on what you wanna do to it. You can totally add whatever you want onto it. So once your pieces are dry, what you're gonna do is go ahead and mess around with the placement of them, kind of move them around, see where you want them to lay, and then just glue them on. And here's a quick side-by-side with and without. I prefer the without, but let us know in the comments which you prefer. And thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time.
6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 6, 4, 3, 7, 6. Lock. When I have plucked the rose,